to part number 4 of this, I think it'll be a 5-part series about our 3,500-mile trip from Florida into North Carolina, across North Carolina, and then through Tennessee, Kentucky, into Ohio for some family time there, and then across over to Iowa, and then back home from Iowa. And we had a great time with Mildred's family in Ohio. Even went to a couple of high school graduation parties. So that was special. And now today we have about a 520-mile trip from Ohio across Indiana, Illinois, and into Iowa, going to West Branch to see my sister and spend a few days with them there. And we're not taking the interstates today. We used to go down I-70, down to I-70, I should say, and then take that across through Indianapolis and over to I-74 and up through Peoria and back up to Interstate 80 just east of Iowa. But we've discovered that there's a straight shot that saves quite a few miles. The thing is, there aren't a whole lot of chargers there, so we have to charge deep on this trip. So while this is not a particularly scenic trip, it's a bit of a study in how to cross a bit of a charging desert. Not a severe one. It's not like Wyoming or something, but the chargers are kind of few and far between. But we do have good chargers there. All right, it's Tuesday morning. We are done with the family affairs in the Gallion and Mansfield and Marion area, and saw all the family. Well, we didn't see all the family, but we saw a bunch of them. And now we are headed for Iowa and to see my sister and her family. So I'll show you what we got here on the screen. 4,793 miles on the clock so far. So I think we had 1092 when we left home. So we've gone, wow, quite a ways.
1,700.
No, yeah, we had 3,092, not 1,092. 61% battery right now. And yesterday when I had some time, I went into the map and set some, saved some destinations. And so I've got all of our charging stations, potential charging stations for today already logged in there. All I have to do is tap on it. It says it's 49.9 miles as the crow flies to Beaver Dam, to the Pilot Flying J. And it's actually 61.5 miles, and the car claims we'll get there with 37%, which again is more than I want, but better too much than not enough, right? So let's get going. And also from that point, from Beaver Dam, we're going to try to go, I think it's about 240 miles to Gilman, Illinois, to an Ioniq there. And so we'll see if we can make it. If we can't, there's another Pilot Flying J along the way that we can use for a bailout. J in Beaver Dam. We arrived at 38%. Our trip was 60 miles and 132 since we charged yesterday, 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour. Since the last reset, which was near Wilmington, North Carolina, 1,230 miles, 3.6. Now, we are at 38%. If I go to Save Places, I would like to get to this Ioniq in Gilman. What does it say I need to do to get there? Does it even think I can? I know it thinks I can't.
Starting route guidance.
Let's see, 235 miles. So it says we're gonna have to stop and add 27% at an EV Connect. add another 30%. So 27 to 37 would be add 57% to arrive with 10%. So 37 plus the 38 that we have now would be 75%. So I can charge 80, 85%, something like that. So let's get started. Here we go. That's a stiff cable. Let's see what it does. Oh, payment has been authorized even before I can get back to the charger. Connecting. And still connecting. Charging started. Anyhow, gonna go inside, use the facilities, and come back and check on it. 249. And then I'll reassess how much charge we need before we move on. There's 250. All right, we got it. I can go inside now. This is why the Pilot Flying J facilities, I think, are my favorites. Even though they're a little pricey, you got everything here. It's got a restaurant or a fast food place, one or the other, and restrooms and all the refreshments you could want. For crying out loud, you can take a shower here. And most times, you got a canopy. Although, it doesn't really matter if we have a canopy today.
Starting route guidance.
Okay, let's see what happens if we wanted to go all the way to Gilman. It says we get there with 7%. We're at 90% now. I mean, we're down to 49 kilowatts. But I think if we wait just a little bit longer, we should be able to do there, because this thing is always pessimistic. But on the other hand, we have the crosswinds. So you kind of got to factor that in. The car is fairly smart, but the driver of this car is smarter. So let's go for that. We'll see what it does. And if it looks like we're coming up short, we can always reroute. So yeah, we'll give this just a few more percent. And we've been charging for a little over 20 minutes, probably 21 minutes now. So, well, the car says 92%. So, what does this say? Yeah, it also says 92%. We're down to 41 kilowatts. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this, and I figured that if we can't get all the way to Gilman at regular speed, we can always slow down a little bit. Well, let me unplug. Yes, I can. Okay, 24 minutes and 44 seconds. Mildred got to do lots of shopping. 92%. 50.1695 kilowatt hours dispensed. Approximately. Final cost unavailable. Oh well. Well, if we were at 100% state of charge, we're at 92%. There would be no problem doing 235 miles. Of course, we're not going to be on the interstate. And it says now that we'll get to Gilman, Illinois at 9%. Let's see what actually happens. People are always worried about, well, how far can you go? I mean, what's the range in your electric car? Well, I keep telling them about twice as far as our bladder will go. Maybe not quite twice as far. We've gone 140 miles, and we had to go. We couldn't wait any longer. We were getting desperate, so we had to stop to the bathroom. Got 90 miles to go to the chargers in Gilman, and it says we'll get there at 12%, so we're doing okay. Had some pretty good crosswinds and some headwinds, and had some rain, but since then we've made up for it. The sun's coming out, and we're in good shape. Should get there about noon. Time to eat and charge, so let's hit the road.
shouldn't be yet because I set my alarm to go off before we get there. There it is.
I don't know if I got it or not.
My alarm was supposed to go off before we got there. I bet I was talking and it didn't go off.
It is very, very blurry. It might be on here.
Yeah. Well, still got 2 minutes.
Well, we have arrived at the Gilman Ioniq chargers, and it's a proper out-of-spec arrival at 8%, 230.0 miles after we charged in Beaver Dam, Ohio. So let's get things started here, and then I'll figure out how much charge we need, because I'm hoping I can get enough to get all the way to Walcott, Iowa, to the world's largest truck stop. We'll see if that works or not. So anyhow, 3.4 miles per kilowatt hour, 5,083 miles total on the car. Oh, the warning came on at 6.5 miles to go, and so I can't precondition the battery, but you know what? It's 88 degrees. I don't think I need to warm up the battery. All right, let's get this thing charged up. Let's see how the plug-in charge works. Okay. Got a contrary cable here. Let's see if that's enough slack. There we go. Let's see. Checking for plug-in charge, auto pay, 36 cents per kilowatt hour. Should work. There we go. Authenticating. Preparing. All right. Still preparing. Lots of clicking going on. There's the car. I don't know if you could hear that. Charging started. 8% start. Well, this is a terrible charging curve, so I'm going to unplug. We are at 87%. The other screen said 88%. And we'll head on up the road. For some reason, none of the apps will find it, but I know that there's a Pilot Flying J at the north end of Interstate 37 where it meets Interstate 80. And we've charged there before. And if not, I think we won't have much troubles making it at least to Geneseo, if not all the way to Walcott. We'll just see what the wind does, and we'll unplug and get going. Okay. Whoa, we bought a boatload of electricity, 72.5 kilowatt hours at 36 cents per kilowatt hours, about 26 bucks. And I'm going to stop it now. Yeah, I want to stop charging. Okay, away we go. All right, it looks like going all the way to Walcott to charge will not be a problem. We are 89%, and the car says we'll get to Walcott with 11%. We'll see what happens. We have bailout options along the way if that's a problem. It's a nice thing about traveling by EV these days. You don't have to be quite so careful. The original plan was to go all the way to Walcott, Iowa, and the car was willing and able to do that. It has been insisting the entire time that it would arrive at 11%, which I was okay with, but our bladders were not okay with that. So there's Electrify America just up the road here in Geneseo. So we'll swing by there and plug in while we pee, and then jump back in and hit the road again and go over to Walcott. Finish charging up before we get to my sister's house.
Take exit 19.
Yes.
Right to Geneseo.
There's the car to help us out. And so, yeah, we've got about, like the car said, 2 miles to the exit and 2.2 miles to the chargers. And then it's another 60 miles to the chargers in Walcott. So we don't need much here to make it, and we'll finish it up when we get over to Walcott. Arrive at my sister's house with enough range to fiddle around there if we need to, and then get back to a charger again when we hit the road in a few more days. made it to the Chargers, 156 miles. Took us 2 hours and 40 minutes with all of the road construction and slow drivers and wide loads. It was tough sledding. And then we had crosswinds and crossing headwinds, and so that ate into our range. 29% state of charge on arrival here. So let's get going. 29%. 70 kilowatts, 77. Let's just let it go while I go to the bathroom. We went to the bathroom. We're still pulling 182 kilowatts. It got up to, oh gosh, what is it? I can't read it. I'll look at it when we get in the car. I'm not going to stand here and wait for it. Let's get going. Hit the stop button. Mississippi River. And then pretty soon it's corn. What's that smell? I don't know if you've heard that song, but it's hilarious. Okay. I like how this truck blocks our view. Again, for once, get up over the top. Should be a welcome to Iowa sign here.
And a half-mile speed camera ahead. 65 miles per hour speed limit.
Oh, 65 speed limit. Well, we're doing 52. I think we're all right. I didn't see any Iowa signs, did you?
It's on up towards the rest area.
Oh, okay. Okay. There's Iowa. And this camper's going to be in our way. Zoom in a little.
I got it.
I got it too. Well, we're here in West Branch, and we got that was 70.8 miles back that we charged. Got 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour. It took us an hour and 6 minutes to get here. More road construction. And, okay, 35%. So we should be in good shape. Brother-in-law says I can charge here on AC, so let's get in and get parked.